big win for Abed. He's going to feel a lot safer. YapzOr obviously having to use his other counter there for the Observer Ward earlier. We are going to have our first sleep and arrow combination on XctN, and that is going to be a long one too. Looks like he is very, very dead. They don't manage to give the first blood over to Abed, which would have been incredibly helpful. Both the experience as well as the extra gold. As you can see, he is once again feeling some harassment from YapzOr for the close range star storing. Get some CS out of it, YapzOr. He's going to head to this bottom lane. They know the Earth Spirit is behind. This is why they need the extra hero to be able to make sure they can pop RR in time. They get the silence out. Now he managed to get off the crush as he gets out of the smoke screen. The invis goes down. Bat Rider goes down to the top lane, but they get the dunk. The long toss comes in from Era. Still up at the top lane though. Nando will be managed to complete the TP.
Doesn't have the mana.
KheZu not able to finish him off there. Couldn't find him with the rest of the spin damage.
Yeah, YapzOr's going to get caught out, though, by the grip. And the Sunstrike's going to finish him off for sure.
And that is absolutely needed. Abed gets a bit of a comeback there. He's going to need a lot more of those Sunstrike kills, though, to even out with KheZu's Juggernaut. So no opportunity to be able to get away. Meanwhile, they do see Abed behind this tower. Era, he's trying to deal with Force Spirits right now because once he can get rid of those, he'll have his Blink Dagger off cooldown. They can make that jump, but KheZu's going to jump first. They grab Abed and will be able to pop him. RR, and the rest of Execration, though, are on their way. They managed to get one in. Won't be able to get the deny on the tower.
Should go for this again.
And now, yeah, Era, he sees the opportunity. He's going to try and go for the quick kill. He actually tossed him to...
What, 10 seconds later? It didn't mean anything. Instead, they lost an Invoker in a tower mid for no reason.
But a small mistake, but an opportunity for Execration.
They got to get out of here.
Oh no, they're not going to be able to get this one. And now the toss in, KheZu going to land straight onto Tims. Tims does his best to stop the progress of Escape, but they're going to be able to get 1 and 2 on the slash up to the high ground, back down from KheZu as Era searches for more. Managed to get the toss onto RR, takes him down. 3 heroes gone from Execration, and a very low Roshan with amplified damage on it. Escape will try and take that one. Thank you very much, but RR, he's already bought back, and he is going to try and make sure that Escape cannot take that free Aegis for themselves. Execration still need another 10 seconds, though, and Era, he may have just found the opening to be able to grab Abed to get the spin over the top as well, and a quick smack to the face. Era takes out the Grand Magus, and now Execration are once again left with a 4 versus 5 scenario, but still holding on to that Roshan, putting everything they have to make sure that Escape can't grab this Aegis for themselves. Perhaps too much of a tempo swing. They don't want to let this go into their hands. The arrow goes out, not going to land. Meanwhile, the initiation comes out once again from Escape. They get a dunk onto the Bane and they're going to look for more. The counter ward gets laid out. Moonlight Shadow, Nando thought he was in Viz, thought he wasn't being seen as he tried to sneak his way in. Actually gets spotted, but still managed to get the leap out. RR bounced back and will be taking a lot of damage from the Flame Break, but it's not quite enough. Gets himself away. Era actually gets taken out with a double damage, amplified damage, but Nando right in the middle of a sea of Escape Gaming members will fall, and Tims couldn't make the escape either. Pops his ultimate, tries to get what damage he can, but Execration was defending Roshan really worth all this mess?
Definitely not, and I think there was a serious lack of communication there because the starter immediately bought back, but you saw that the Miranda made no commitment to go down to that area. She even goes to that top rune before. They could have just waited for him to revive, and they would have had enough time, but that starter is now massively far behind. He's level 6 at 15 minutes.
7. Blitz, what's happening?
All right, so we talked about it when the draft ended. We said that there was no way that Execration was going to want to get into a straight-up 5-on-5 team fight. If you look at the spells that Abed has invoked, he had Forge Spirits plus Cold Snap and Sunstrike. Like, you're not gonna win a fight with those kinds of abilities. Whereas the Juggernaut has that healing ward, he can spin, he gets his ultimate off. There's just so much more teamfight on the side of Escape. More importantly, there was that Arcane Rune Tiny, which allowed him to just recycle that combo over and over again. And Execration, you can't fight around that Invoker like you can with that Juggernaut.
Yeah, absolutely not. We started to spread themselves out, giving Execration no opportunities for a good initiation. KheZu even may actually look for the initiation himself. Again, they don't actually fully commit for Roshan. They leave it quite low. Now they found the initiation themselves. The blink in. KheZu managed to get the Omni Slash to take out the Fiend's Grip of Bane immediately. The Meteor goes down. KheZu's actually going to be taking a lot of damage from that one, but Shallow Grave comes in just in time. syndereN on the save. Tims getting spun on. KheZu's going to try and chase him down. Goes through the trees, but a quick crit plays a quick end to Tims. Escape now corralling their way backwards. KheZu meeting Nando, managed to get off the lasso, actually stays ahead of the Sunstrike, gets the heal, and will survive through all of that. Nando can't even get one kill. Not even the poor little Forge Spirits can stop XctN on his rampage. 19-7, Escape Gaming will finally claim Roshan. To get the first half as well as a shallow grave save. He starts backing himself away and will be able to heal himself up and escape. I believe that they don't need to make a full retreat here. In fact, they can actually go back in a second. Oh, Jesus! Era takes the whole 1-2 punch and takes out Kimo, making this defense now a 4 versus 5 for Execration. And XctN, he's looking for a second hero, makes his initiation, but the roll-in is already there. They manage to pop qojqva. Now the pushback on Era as well. They might just be able to take out this Aegis, but not before Era slays this Lardar. In the background, though, Tims is doing what damage he can to the rest of the back line, making sure there is space for Execration to try and take out Era in round 2. Nando actually ignores that one, blinks forward, and manages to get a double there as he picks up both the Bat Rider as well as the Dazzle, and now they go onto Era with the smoke screen, trying to lead a little bit of space, but it's not quite enough. Execration have done it with the triple kill on Nando. They hold against Escape Gaming, not losing their racks just yet.
What just happened?
They did it! You said they were gonna
work in a lot of room, and they simply just didn't have that in this small cluster. This is where Era was able to just start swinging left, right, and center as so many of these heroes were clumped up. His Aghanim's went to absolute work here. His YapzOr stayed alive for so long, got that smoke screen off again onto Nando.
I mean,
he's turned that tide.
He's hitting an amplified damage a hero and just cleaving through them so quickly. I'm not sure how. I don't know, I'm loving this Armlet Echo Saber Aghanim. Like, his physical damage in those first 2 swings is insane.
And you saw that the Mirana just couldn't keep up in a fight like that.
Forest Staff now Escape are actually doing something quite similar here.
Oh, they're gonna wrap. I really like this.
They're fully gonna wrap into the secret shop area, and just like that, Execration have given up their high ground advantage, and Escape will be able to find the jump in first, but the Linkens came in. Abed not gonna be jumped on, but now the combination comes in. Era as well as the Blink and qojqva managed to get off the Omni Slash, 2 down already, and Escape looking for the cleanup. Tims, he's gonna be the target. He managed to get the kickoff, but unlikely to get a roll away, just doesn't have the time in the world to be able to get out. Escape, that was an opening for them originally to perhaps take Roshan and an Aegis, but there's no need. Oh, wow, Nando managed to find that one pick off, but Escape, they're like, okay, we lost qojqva, doesn't matter. Era is still the big carry right now, and we still can go high ground here and take ourselves a Rax. Blink in, Nando looking for some damage, pops the BKB just in time ahead of that avalanche, but our poor Lardar doesn't stand a chance. Era is just too damn big, too farmed, and will be able to take out the full lane of Rax.
And the Roshan's going to follow shortly after. And Execration, they had to contest that Roshan, but they just don't really have the resources.
You need to be able to get your hands on one of these supports now. YapzOr, he may finally get picked off after all this time, but he's got a lot of team backing him up. They managed to get the gem. He will be able to almost pop YapzOr, but Cinder comes in just in time with the shallow grave, and YapzOr goes all out, knowing that he's got the ultimate to be able to fall back on. They've taken out the Lardar, and now look on the side for the Bane. Kimo is going to be spotted out, tries to go for YapzOr, can't quite get the kill. Nando comes in, will be able to get him with the Starstorm, but it might cost him his life. He pops the BKB, gets tossed up in the air to try and delay his advantage, but leap away. Oh, just in time. He had the weave on him and a lot of physical damage, but just shy of being able to take out that very farmed Mirana of Execration. Escape will just bounce themselves back, though. They only lost YapzOr's Riki.
There's that heart regen that we were talking about. They're just going to make a go for it again.
Hailing wards.
XctN is so deep right now.
Puts Era full up to HP. XctN looks for his initiation. Will be managed to find it on the initiator of Tims, and RR misses his slithering crush, unable to get off the blink because he ran into fire. And now it's a 4 versus 5 for Execration. Tims down for 45 seconds.
He was the hero of the last fight. They needed
the
him so
stun
bad.
on 3. That's a big one, but Execration not going to be able to fully follow this one up. No disables to be able to lock down those heroes, and now RR's the one who gets locked down for the Abyssa Blade. Abed makes his way out, knowing that Era is looking for the follow-up, but ooh, a tough time for a pause as qojqva has the disconnect. Thanks in part to the agility of Ethereal Blade as well as the amp damage, but this is going to be the fight Execration desperately need to be able to
Defensive Weaver
win.
ready. They can sense this.
Already out. Smoked pops, and now some of the heroes revealed. Execration, Tim's gonna be the first one jumped on. Slithering Crush comes in. Tims will be able to get off a couple abilities before he falls, but Nando's locked in by the lasso, plus the Omni Slash. Nando gets the BKB off, tries to go for the pop on KheZu, not enough damage, and it's poor Abed who lays the victim there as Escape turned towards him as Nando goes with that magic invulnerability. Will be able to TP himself away, but it is very clearly a victory for Escape and probably the last nail in the coffin for Execration here in game number 1.
Yeah, because of that pushed out top lane, they read that situation perfectly. XctN take things slow. Can't blame them at all. Can probably even wait for the next Roshan if they're worried about this jug being popped.
Qojqva runs into Nando here. Still does not have the Omni Slash, nor does he have a quick way to be able to. Oh, Nando! He didn't expect Era to be here as well, and oh, that was not what you wanted to see. Gets popped just like that. 80 seconds, no buyback whatsoever, and Execration, some of the rest of them are still being spotted there of Kimmo, but he thinks twice about that one.
Now they're just gonna start this relentless push, trying to go for the mega creeps. They know at this point if the Mirana had buyback, she would have used it by now.
Jumps in, melee racks with only a little bit of HP left. Tims tries to go for the initiation. They managed to get the Fiend Scrape on Era, but he got the BKB off first, and Kimmo pays with his life for being able to get that slight hold on the Tiny, and the rest of Execration fall. Just like that, ending with Era splitting the Invoker in twain. 41-14 is our end score.